Alright, start the timer. How long can we get away with playing Hammer? Hang on a second. Oh, please, I'll swap. I would love to swap. Somebody take Commander Guard. I will go play anything else you want. What's up, you? Who wants it? Night Fury does not want it. Privateer does not want it. Yumi could... Yumi could. Yumi could. Yumi, do you want Commander Guard tonight, and then I can go Zerker, or do you want me to stay Commander Guard and you can do whatever you want? Okay. Alright, the Hammer experiment's over. We're playing Zerker tonight. Whee! So, I'm supposed to play Commander Guard on Wednesdays. But it really depends on, like, whether other people want to. Because I'm not a very good Commander Guard, quite frankly. So, like, if Yumi wants to, or Kami wants to, or Lithi wants to, they'll usually be like, get out of that chair, it's my turn to drive, and then I can go do other stuff. Now, what am I doing tonight? I'm running Hammer tonight for sure. Put this on. Grab food. Yum. And then give me Marauder. Give me Force Impact. And then give me Banner Tactics. And then give me... Oh, this is all wrong. Hold on a second. This is not the build. Let me go pull the build up quick. K&T builds. Main DPS Berserker. Specializations. You're supposed to be 331. You're supposed to be arms, and you're supposed to be 222. Okay. We're good. That's the one. That's the one. Trying to finish Dreadshot? I don't like Dreadshot that much. It's not one of my top 50% zones, I would say. God, he's so far away already. How is he doing it? Hey, just don't get hit by roamers. So the answer to the stream title now that I'm on Berserker is I'm running Hammer all night, and I'm getting away with it the whole time. I'm missing a Tempest for Party 5, though. Cow? It's okay. Disgusting. That's me. I'm a DPS player. I'm on the way. They're kind of close, huh? Damn, that's crazy. Alright, give me Longbow here. Hit me in combat, and then Zerk. That's really hot. That's super hot. I would like to rally, please. Thank you. Banner. Just dodge me. I'd like to be in Hammer here, really. Now I'm gonna have to cancel that. I'm immobed. I don't have resistance here at all. Oh, my guard's dead. That's fine. That explains a lot. Oops. We're ready now. We're focused up, though. They're only 35. We should win that fight. Is Lithy here yet? No. Yeah, I blame Lithy too. I definitely died to being a mob, and despite Lithy not being in my party, I'm still gonna blame her. Tired of this unprofessionalism. It's 8 minutes. It's 5 minutes past in K&T time. Can we get a live peek on where she is though right now, Olaf? That's why I was trying to figure out where she was from Loft. I bring my whole desktop into the bathroom and I have to take a bio break. That's why you guys have never heard me take one. This looks like a loss? EP died to this? Pogyu's here. Okay, so this is Pogyu and crew. Pogyu and crew probably beat EP. I can guess that. Blast this. They have a down! I want that. Alright, they're close. I'm gonna give myself resistance here because I don't trust my firebrand. Alright, there's Pogyu dead. Now we leave. I want this Veil. I want to Zerk this. Get him again, get him again, get him again. Oh, he's dodging back one. I'm in trouble. I'm in a lot of trouble. I don't want to talk about it. Bannering that, bannering, bannering, bannering. I want this space. Alright, just stay on your tag. Give me a tactics. Nice leap. That's bad. Just give me balance stance here. Pogyu coming back, Pogyu coming back. That's bad. Yeah, that's bad. That's fair enough. But so what happened? Well, he called pull off instead of go through them right when I used my hammer leap, so we get back to tag here. I don't take credit for that one. Ruthless, when you said you don't know what the fuck I was doing over there, when you said pull off, I was mid F1 leap, and then it was really far away. What do you mean, why? I gotta get that CC down. Yeah. Well, I had them, but I got immobed and tactics was on cooldown, which was the larger issue. You can't dodge when you're immobed, unfortunately. I disagree with that design choice, but... Why don't you just push instead of S-keying? That'd be my argument. It's another group north. It's AR. And Doc. Oh my lord. Nice stun break there. Good job, Night Fury. It's AR and Doc. We're 19. And oh no, Egg's here now, never mind. I was gonna say we're alone in 19, but now Egg is here. That was EP. Let's get me in combat. They're really close. What the hell? Crew veiling. Come on. Scorched Earth over there. And then give me hammer. Tactics. I wish I had spike for this. It's 5 seconds away. It's decent combat. Just give me a little more. They're veiling in. I need Zerk. I need Zerk. There it is. I'm gonna drop a preemptive banner here. I think I got 2 stomps out of it. It's not horrible. Tactics. I wish I had the fucking Zerk up still. This is gonna be a little scary now, though. Just leave a fire field up there. So we have Zerk up, but I'm gonna hold it here, probably. Alright, never mind, he's calling for Wells, so we drop Zerk. That's a wasted heal, but we're gonna be resetting before we have to use it again. Alright, you are dead. Never mind. We're dropping off. A little sloppy with it, but it'll work out in the end, I suppose. Who's that? EP? Good veil. Tired of being in combat, I'm just gonna tactics. It's repaired. I'll be mobbing you now. Let a green take care of it. Let's put a little damage on it. Been watching recent vids of people trying Guild Wars 2, and the common thing is that World vs. World is interesting but overwhelming to get into. So, oh fuck. Drakori, you piece of shit. This is all your fault. I'll be fine. I'm just mad about it. I'm gonna balance stance here because I don't trust a pull coming off that. Anyway, I'm back. There are a lot of people who have made videos for it. Oh, you piece of shit. Not again. There's a lot of people who've done videos on it. Like Reddish has a video on it. Guild has a video on it. I'm pretty sure. God, what's his name? Muckluck has a video on it. And like, I could make one, but their videos are like really good, despite not necessarily coming from people who are like World versus World mains per se. Reddish is a World versus World main for sure, but like Guild and Muckluck are. It's not like they're a specific wheelhouse. I just haven't figured out like what I want to add to that conversation. Because my thing coming from academics is like, I'm not going to make a video that someone else has made just because I know that it was a good video for them and I want to like cannibalize their views. I only want to make a video on something somebody else has talked about if I have something else to contribute. So like setting up the build guides, like, you know, the intro builds and the rotation stuff, I couldn't find anyone who's doing good rotation guides in 5 minutes or less. They were all like super long, or they had no narration and it was just like montage. So those videos were like, I know what I can do here to contribute to that narrative. I know what I can do to make a better video than what people have made in the past. I haven't figured out how to do that on top of what other people have already said about the World versus World experience. And like, even with those videos, it is still really overwhelming. I don't have a good answer to that question. I totally agree with you, but I don't know that I have like a lot to add to that discourse. I think it is just kind of overwhelming. Can you use a torch with a greatsword? You cannot. A greatsword is a two-handed weapon. It's the Zerging, apparently. Say more. Ooh, that's down. Alright, that's a pretty decent Scorched Earth, I would say. I'll be bannering these downs. We're so lucky. Alright, swap me. Swap me here? I'm not... I thought I weapon swap, but apparently not. People don't know what to do when they see giant groups fighting, and when they jump in, they insta-die. That's a kernel of information that I can do something with. What can I do with that? I don't know about this. Okay, I was not in combat for that one. That's unfortunate. This golem is here. So the guilds... Trying to find guilds that accept new people. That I have ideas on. I actually... One of these days... And it might end up happening in October, because I've got a ton of free time in October, fingers crossed. In the Guild Wars 2 subreddit Discord, there is a World versus World channel, and you'll get about 3 people a week asking, like, I'm on X server, what's a good guild to join? Or, I'm starting World versus World, what server should I be on? And a part of me thinks that if you could find someone, in this case this someone would probably be me, if you could find someone who is willing to do a bit of active curation, you could rebuild the looking for guild portion of the Guild Wars 2 Mists website, and you could tailor it towards like only guilds that are actively recruiting. Instead of having it be like, you know, community curated or however Guild Wars 2 Mists works right now, I can envision a world where I just run like a Google spreadsheet and I talk to individual guilds. And I'm like, hey, are you recruiting? What server are you on? What's your raid hours? Are you open to new players? And what classes do you need? There's going to be a lot of people who are like, I don't care. Don't add me to that, which, fine. But I think there would also be a lot of guilds that would want to be added to that because they're trying to actively recruit players. So that's one that I've got kicking around in the noggin. It's just a question of figuring out how you do the actual curation of it. Because if you just make it and then you never bother to curate it, you've basically made a second guild recruitment page like the one on Guild Wars 2 Mists, and both of them are just dead. But I totally agree with you on that. People don't know, like, how to find a guild, how to find people who are active on their server, any of that kind of stuff. Interesting. Guess we'll find out who that is shortly. Good dodge. Man, I love Hammer. People don't know what to do. I'm copying and pasting this comment. And I'm gonna think about it for a while. I've got a giant list in the Discord somewhere of, like, stuff to make videos on. And that's definitely one that I want to incubate for a bit. I don't know about all this. Okay, that's Buggy dead. Now we kill Crew. No, no, my stab! Bannering, 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 bannering. Invulns. Unlucky. Still won, but... I thought that was a good banner. I'm not sure what it hit. But that was a shitload of invulns that I got on it. Okay. Your comment has been registered. I'm gonna think about it. Yeah, and, you know, part of me wonders, you're going to be waiting for a very long time, but part of me wonders how much easier recruiting is going to get for world restructuring. And I'm not saying that, like, oh, I can't wait for world restructuring, I can't wait to form alliances. I'm not probably going to see it until, like, Q1 or Q2 2024. It's still probably 6 to 9 months away, but as soon as all you need to do to play with a guild is rep that guild in your world restructuring panel, the floodgates open on guild recruitment, you know? I think that is going to be transformative for the ability of a given player to play with a given guild. But yeah, I can try to set something like that up. By something like that, I mean, you know, just like a master spreadsheet of what guilds are recruiting. I don't like to brag or, you know, inflate my own self-importance or anything like that, because I'm just like a guy who plays video games. It's not like that big of a deal at the end of the day. But I think I'm probably approaching the point where I have enough kind of like political capital, social capital, to talk to like most people in the game and be like, hey, I'm making a community resource. Here is, you know, my philosophy on like how to make the game mode better for people, and be like a resource rather than make this a thing about being like elitist or anything like that. I think I've done enough of that work that I could get decent community buy-in. Q22 for FABL, Q19 for EBG, FA is open, Desert is open. No problem. When you say that you... What did you say, Dracoria? You've been watching recent vids of people trying Guild Wars 2. Where are you finding people who are trying Guild Wars 2? Like, what are your search terms? Because I try and do a bit of that. Like, when I'm working on stuff in the afternoon, I'll just hop on to, like... Oh, okay, mostly WoW players. See, I haven't been looking at YouTube that much. What I'll do is, I pop over to Twitch in the afternoon and I'm like, who's streaming World vs. World and has like 3 viewers? I'm just going to pop in and see what they're up to. But I haven't looked at the YouTube front that much, so I should try that. Bog you close-ish? Never mind, they're about facing. We drove them off. I also do PvP, but if you have touched World vs. World... Yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to build a mental model of, like, how people get engaged in World vs. World. Is there player housing in Guild Wars 2? There is... sort of, but, like, not really what you're thinking. What Guild Wars 2 has is every account has what's called a home instance, and you can buy upgrades for your home instance. Things like gathering nodes, NPCs, there's collections that put things into your home instance. And you can gather those things once a day. So you might see people in map chat doing, like, home instance farms. But there's not, like... If you're thinking, like, Final Fantasy XIV player housing, we don't have anything like that. Scrapper still good? Not as support. It's fine as damage. It's not an amazing damage class, but it's, like... It's fine if you know what you're doing. You can get away with it. Combat me? Put me in combat, please? I'd like to be in combat. Son of a... Combat? Oh, that's combat. I'm in combat. Okay, we did it. Get in him. Get in there. Get a banner ready. We're pushing again. Catch him. This is a little risky. This is very risky. That's a horrible Scorched Earth. I thought I'd have a target. Bannering. Down instead. I'm up. I don't think I'm going to be able to get another banner off here. Oh, frick. Help me. Help me. Oh my god, I'm up. What an incredible banner. They're going to tunnel me, though, for sure. I'm going to banner this. Banner. Alright, now we Zerk. I need all the CC in the world here. Good. Better. 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 Yeah, second group is coming in now. I'm out later. Alright, sorry, there's like a minute where I couldn't read chat there. For melee engages, which class does the most DPS between Vindy and Reaper? I don't know. My suspicion is that Reaper will probably do more damage, but I don't have a ton of experience on DPS Vindy, so I can't necessarily tell you. I mean, my perspective on damage classes is that if you look at Berserker, Reaper, like Hollow, Power Scrapper, Weaver, like most good DPS classes in the meta right now, the difference between good damage and okay damage is going to be way more dependent on who's playing it than what build it is. Like, a strong damage player will be able to do good damage on most damage classes, no matter what they really are. Oh, SHWs, you're now 2 Jesus. I think Power Vindy's okay. I don't think it's, like, the best DPS in the meta right now, but it's good. My Firebrand. That's gonna be a bad grab. I gotta get out of the way. I gotta get to my tag. I need to get a banner ready, probably. I want to get on those downs. Looking for a good banner opportunity here, more than anything else. They're pushing in. It's a hot bomb. But I feel like my Firebrand is not doing me a ton of favors here. Let me pop into party chat here real quick. She'll stab is a little late. Ran into a line on engage. Just FYI. Just FYI. Yeah, Ruthless was talking in TeamSpeak about how we shouldn't be getting strung out at the start like that, but there were definitely some early stability issues that strung us out before we even got into them. And that just cascades over the course of the fight. If you get a bunch of people strung out early, then you're not target capped at the front. So it's more Berserker and Reaper. Pretty new and don't have a lot of knowledge, just want to make a DPS character. I would say, well, the better question is, who are you playing with? Because if all you're doing is joining, like, pug tags and doing, you know, big open field fights, and you're not in a guild that does, like, organized fights or anything, you should play something that you can live comfortably on more than anything else. Like, Dragon Hunter is good damage. It's incredibly frail as a class. And I think it would be very challenging to play if you were just following, like, a pug tag where you might not even necessarily have a Firebrand. Reaper also requires a bit of skill because you don't have access to a stun break. You do have some nice health padding because your Shroud is a second health bar. But you don't have a way to get yourself out of trouble because you don't really have access to good sources of stability or stun breaks. Berserker is a really forgiving class to learn on, though. You've got Balanced Stance if you want it, which is extra stability and immunity to critical hits, so you take a lot less damage when you pop it. You can also run Banner of Tactics if you want to do extra party support, which is more stability. You've got a pretty high base health pool. Like, I'm just in full Marauder right now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm just running full Marauder, and I've got, you know, 27,500 health, which is a lot of room for mistakes. If you run Marauder on Dragon Hunter, I'm pretty sure you have like 19k HP. It's significantly lower. And you have access to Longbow, which is a really nice 1200 range weapon that lets you stay relatively safe when you're trying to engage. So it gives you a lot of flexibility in, you know, how far away you can hit people from. Whereas on Reaper, you can reach out to 900, maybe, but you're pretty committed to melee if you're going to use Greatsword. So if you're looking for something easy to learn on, I would probably learn on Zerker. Dracoria is right in that it's, like, not that challenging. It's got a lot of baked-in survivability, and it's a top damage option. But there's probably a couple things you could play. Flux, Rage Quit, please give content. I have really bad news for you. I don't think you're getting onto this map. I've located the content, but you're not here to enjoy it. You're gonna have to convince either Pogu or a crew to get off map. Alright, we're empowering. I'll blast fire fields. A little extra might. That's a line. We'll just walk around that. Veil, super speed. I'll walk around that line too. Get in combat before you pop Zerker. I don't trust any of this. Doc is pushing. He's going hard right. Alright, I'll give myself super speed. Collect all these downs. Nice. That's one group wiped. Get ready for the second group. Balance stance this, because we're going to go in deep. It's hot. It's real hot. We're looking for banner opportunities here now. Uh-oh. That's really bad. That's super bad. Yeah, this was really good CC in this spot. It got Julie, it got Loft, it got me. That was either a line or a sank that we ran into, and there was not enough stability to get us through it. Good initial bomb, good second bomb, but the third bomb kind of got us strung out. We love that, though. We don't love that as much, but hey, let's be honest, Lucas and Pigeon are just meter padding. Down's contribution is where it's at. Now, if I was top of meters, that might be a slightly different narrative, but I'm not, so... Did I answer everyone who's been in chat? We had a couple fights there that stole, like, most of my attention. Herald brings boons and so he's great. Yeah, Herald is another good one, honestly. You could, yeah, you could play Reaper. If you're gonna play Reaper with disorganized tags, by the way, I don't have a link for this, hang on. I have a couple Reaper guides on my YouTube channel. Here. I would use those if you're going to play Reaper, but I would play Staff instead of Greatsword if you're going to be playing with public guild tags. It's going to give you more ranged engagement flexibility, and it's going to keep you a little safer so that you don't feel like you have to commit to melee. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in the Reaper video, the Focus 5 Axe 2 skill combo is in there as well, which is great. Like, you press Focus 5 and then you press Axe 2 and you kill most classes that are DPS spec. It does a ton of single target damage. You might have to dig in the archive a little bit, because the Reaper build hasn't really changed for like a year and a half. So it's like the third video I ever made. But it still works. There's nothing like super different about it these days. But yeah, I'd start with that. I'd play Zerker. I'd play Herald. Remember, if you're coming from other MMOs, that Guild Wars 2 is super alt-friendly. Like, super, super alt-friendly. You don't have a main profession the way that you have a main profession in other MMOs. And so you have a lot of freedom and flexibility to, like, play different DPS classes out, and also move your professions around as well. Like, you know, if you make a Herald, they're veiled right side. If you make a Herald, you can play DPS Herald, you could play Support Vindicator, you could play, like, Alacrity Renegade for PvE. You have access to all of those different options. Hold on, I'm gonna have to focus for a minute. Res me, please. Rally me, please. Convert this down, thank you. I need to get rid of a banner here. Don't die with banner on cooldown. There we go. There's a banner opportunity. Stomp it. I am dying, friend. Oh, Jesus. Can I please have adrenaline? Adrenaline, please? Please, my adrenaline? I would like adrenaline? Okay, never mind. I'm gonna leave now. Yeah, embrace the multi-profession. Guild Wars 2 enables it really well. I'm just gonna go back to spawn to meet my commander. Already play Firebrand? Oh, you're fine then. You can play Firebrand in any game mode anytime. You got Support Firebrand for Zerg play, you got Dragon Hunter for Zerg play, you got Willbender for roaming, you got Quickness Condi Firebrand for PvE. You think they got nerfed too bad? I still think they're fine. You just have to play super risky with, like, Greatsword. Longbow plus Scepter is, like, dead for sure, but longbow greatsword is still fine. If you can get into melee and spin like crazy and not die because you have no health at all. Which is a big if. I honestly feel like most of the reason that people shifted off of Dragon Hunter to Berserker is that Berserker's like slightly more damage, but insanely higher survivability. The hell? Okay, sure. Alright, I would like to get in combat, please. Good combat. Let's just lock all this up. I don't think they're going anywhere. Yeah, PvE I'm not the expert on, but I've never seen a Dragon Hunter in PvE, so I would buy that. That sounds true to me. Don't worry, I'll send you back to spawn. You don't have to worry about trying to swim away. I'll send you to meet address. I'll blast that fire field. Who, Ghost Scythe? I don't know, he's like a guy in Twitch chat. Why? Ghost Scythe, you're being asked about in squad. Ghost Scythe is not Indo or Mal. Please. Ghost Scythe, are you AR's commander? That's what we've come to a consensus on our end. They're veiling. Yeah, we're leaving that. We're gonna lose people to that. Kami, please. Get me into combat. Okay, we're in combat. Now we can go like this, and then we can go like this, and like that, and then like that, and like this. Oh my god, it's so hot. I need to banner this. Bannering, bannering, bannering. Cancel. Swap. Signet. Leave. No, he's down. Okay. Fair. I'll be leaving then. Goodbye. So if you were here last night, you will recall that we were fighting New and Crew, I want to say. Was it New and Crew? I think so. And what I had said was that they were not working very well together, and it felt like they did not like each other. This is what it looks like when it happens on our end. When you have commanders that are not working well with each other and not really that interested in each other. You can tell that on a lot of these fights, we're getting abandoned by our sidecar, and we're getting 2v1 down by the blue guilds, which correctly understand that that's the way that you have to win these fights. Because if we're stacked up and Ag is stacked up, it's going to be a tough fight for them. But if they can get us to split, and they can kill one group, then they have a much easier time killing the other group. So this is what we were doing to blue yesterday, except it's being done to us because we can't trust our sidecar, and our sidecar doesn't want to trust us. Which is fine. Like, it's not a statement of complaint. It's an observation. That sometimes the dynamics of these big 50v50 fights look a little chaotic, but this is kind of what's going on the back end of them. is that you've got two separate guilds that are doing two very separate things, in some cases. And anytime those guilds fail to work with one another successfully on cracking a larger group, like SHW and Doc are working very well together right now, and we're not. That is an opportunity to break apart a larger Zerg and kill them. They're doing that really well tonight. They're getting close. That's 1200 right there. Old Mesmer Pull would reach here. New Mesmer Pull does not. Alright, what's the plan? Fold into... This is EP. This is not air, this is EP. That's combat. Okay, that's no longer combat. I'll blast a fire field. That's combat! Yeah. Get me in there. Okay, good. Now maintain it. We're out of combat already. No, you're combat! Give me that. This is a lot of downs they have out front. They can just come right back out here, but... Pulls on gate, that's one dead. We're watching for them to come out, like, right here. So I'm gonna just say, like, right here. I'm gonna get into combat. They pushed out. Exactly what we said was going to happen. Bannering. Okay, fair enough. I did what I could. Apparently other people did not get the memo that, you know, they could push out anytime they wanted. Just put a single question mark in map chat to describe my experiences with that fight. But yo, look at this Downs contribution though. I'm doing my part. Yumi, why are you mowing the CO driver from a different map? What the hell's wrong with you? Who would make an alt named Yumi to try and paint you in a bad light? Can you think of any enemies that you've made over the course of your Guild Wars career who might want to slander your good name? Raul, if somebody named Yumi is pulling you, it's not our Yumi. We've got a close eye on him. He's right here. He's being a good boy locked in Commander Party, getting yelled at for not giving Ruth a stab. It couldn't be him. I vouch for him. Get me into longbow. How are we doing on wrench? Wrench is 15 minutes. Food's 12 minutes. Alright. No, I don't think I've leveled any professions on this character. Let me check. I mean, I did do it after raid last night. I crafted all my luck. Crafting? Yeah, I haven't even started a crafting discipline on this. I like any day that I can finish my World vs. World and PvE dailies in World vs. World. Okay, this is combat. These are all combat. We're building adrenaline, we're looking for veils. Poggy's moving inside. Crew presumably is also inside. This is just crew. You're caught extremely badly. This is the rest of blue trying to come out. We're just trying to stay in combat here. We want to keep adrenaline at max for as long as possible, so that when it comes time to fight, we can pop into Zerk immediately without spending Signet of Fury. Who's next combat? You, probably. Just keep yourself in combat. Next combat, it's gonna be like this guy. Okay, we're no longer going to be... Well, we're in combat. We'll just stand in red fields for a bit. Agrel's guard. That'll work. Blast this. Just dump my adrenaline up there for no reason. Why not? Nice line. I'll just wait it out. Nice pull. Great pull spot. Still only one stack of adrenaline. I'm gonna need all of it here. Banner on our downs. Interrupted. That was a very unlucky knockback. Am I okay? I'm not okay. Oh, getting banner interrupted sucks. But I don't think that was a Firebrand issue. I think that was, like, I was in Nullfield's issue. It's just unfortunate positioning. I had to find somewhere safer to stand, but I didn't have the time because I had to get the banner down to try and rally our downs. Party chat says train demolished me. Yeah, train was not great there. I had to get all the way to the top in order to SE, because it can't go around the corner at the top of the staircase. For fans of Commander Camp, by the way, that is a spot that you should be pretty familiar with if you've watched the positioning video. Because that is a difficult choke for us to push up and around when they're standing up top. Like, they've got their cameras pointed directly at where we're going to show up, and we have to do this awkward 90 degree to 180 degree turn just to get our damage placed on them as we come up the staircase. Not a favorable spot for us to try and move up. But also not like a super favorable spot for us to get dropped on either, because it's a narrow-ass fucking staircase. It's just a scuffed position all around, and then with Egg just like falling over when they drop behind us. It's pretty brutal. Okay, Natural, how you doing? Welcome. Thanks for the follow. What server am I on? I am on Fort Aspenwood. I am right here. I usually remember to put that in the stream title, but you're reminding me that I forgot to do that today. And then our matchup this week is SOS CD and AR SOR. You're on NSP? That's close. I'll be always pushing forward. Okay, never mind. I'm a coward. Document it. Document my cowardice. Nice downs. Convert all this. Alright, there's Puggy dead, but this is their corner of the map, so we need to be a little careful here. Because they're going to get their respawns back relatively quickly. This is their pull-off. We don't want to burn anything big here. I don't think I've been on NSP in a very long time. Is Indo still NSP? Is that the server he's been tagging on lately? Who do you guys got tagging up these days? Oh, my food! Yum. Yum. Not sure, just hop in to do dailies. That's fair. Last time I played on NSP, it was like 2 years ago, something like that, but they had a really good public tag community. They had like 3 or 4 guilds that would public tag semi-regularly. It was a pretty easy server to get involved in. I don't know if that's still true, because it's been a while, but there's definitely a bit of a tradition on NSP that lends itself towards open tagging. Should make it relatively easy to get dailies done as long as you're logging in on, like, you know, NA Prime adjacent. So 2 blue groups behind, 1 red group in front. Our sidecars are around. Egg exists, and EP, like, kind of exists. Avises! Hold on, I have to read? Alright, I'm good. You want to join a wave guild? I'm not sure what you mean by a wave guild. Can you say more? Do you mean the guild wavy? Or is there another parlance that I'm not familiar with? Okay, so EP is just fighting by themselves. That's a lot of Eyes of Ceres. Holy cow. Oh, World v World Guild. I got you. Yeah. EP is now dead. A valiant effort. Red is veiling. Just get me in combat with a shot like right there. Pretty sure that got destroyed. Get me in combat. Bannering. People not ready for that engage at all. The mental is not there right now for us. Holy cow. The most obvious telegraphed veil in the world. You want to join a world versus world guild. And Dracoria and I were just talking about this earlier in the stream. There's not great resources for it. The couple resources that I would use... I mean, first of all, if you're on NSP already, you know, log into something that's like halfway meta and ask in team chat if anyone's tagged up, and just join a tag. If it's a group that you like running with, ask if you can join. If it's a group that you don't like running with, find someone else to play with. But I would look on your own server first, because most of the servers on NA, with like 1 or 2 exceptions, have at least like a half dozen active world versus world guilds. So before you sink like too much money into, you know, server transfers or guild chasing or anything like that, just figure out who you have on your server and see if you like them or not. And then once you've exhausted that, I should really make this a command. It would save me a ton of time. There is the Guild Wars 2 subreddit Discord, which has an invite link here. Has a channel for guild recruitment that includes some world versus world guilds. And there's also a world versus world channel where you could ask if there's any particular guilds, you know, that are recruiting. And then there's also r/guild recruitment on Reddit, which is here, which is roughly the same thing, except it's a subreddit instead of a Discord. It's going to be a mix of all different guilds. There's going to be some world versus world guilds, some PvE guilds, some, you know, strike fractal guilds, that kind of stuff. And then there's also Guild Wars 2 Mists, which has like a guild-ish listing. The problem with Mists is that it's not really that well curated. So there are guilds on Guild Wars 2 Mists that I know for a fact are not active anymore. But there's also guilds on Guild Wars 2 Mists that are still active, and it might be a bit of a crapshoot for you to figure out which ones those are, just because it's not a well-updated resource currently. But those are some things that should like give you a starting point. The most productive, honestly, is just going to be finding out who's active and on NSP, and lines up with your hours. And then after that, you can figure it out from there. Also, I should not have opened Discord. Now I'm like, I have 3 notifications and I'm tempted to respond to them, which would be a horrendous idea right now. Combat, please. I'm in combat. That's not a great Scorched Earth. Yeah, I need to get out of the way of that. Bannering these downs. Bannering. They rallied. I need adrenaline. Where's my adrenaline coming from? Here, probably. I need more adrenaline. Never mind, I'm out of Zerker. I don't need adrenaline anymore. Zerker expiring. That's a tablet. I shouldn't have fired Longbow 3 into that. That's hot. Zerking. Alright, there's the spike. I need more stab. My firebrand's gonna be low at this point. Just get me on top of this down and grind it. I'm just getting on top of downs and I'm dropping CC. That's all I'm doing. I don't want to stomp though. Please don't stomp. Don't really have anything I can do at this point, unfortunately. I can do this because I can Signet and then I can Zerk. Oh, catch all these, please. Oh, they're so locked up. Yes, yes, yes. Great, perfect. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Give me one more leap, swap, and then just Scorched Earth me, I guess? Okay, we want to fight. Many people said it would not happen tonight, but we are proving them wrong. I was slow on canceling my banner there. I couldn't cancel it in time when they got rezzed. It's my bad. It would have been a really good one if it had gone off, but it didn't go off, so. Alright, that's the easy group dead. Now we fight the hard group. Who's this? Is that EP? That has to be EP. EP's the bigger group. The bigger sidecar. Yeah, that's EP. Okay. Step 1, get in combat. Step 2, live, I guess. I don't know. Maybe we can hit that? No. More combat, please. I'm almost ready. Please. Anything to stay in combat. You'll have to do. Here's a banner. Banner, banner, banner. Come on. They veiled? They're just gonna bomb the top, though. I'm not that worried about that. Just put me in combat here. This is gonna be a hard choke to push up. I want balance stance, like, now. I did not need to do that. I did not need to Signet of Fury there. Hopefully it doesn't matter, but we'll see. Nope, it'll matter, because I would have Adrenaline for that if I hadn't popped it. I want to be looking to banner this. Bannering, bannering, bannering. Got some. That's a drop? I think we're fine. Yeah, they're all dead up top. Nice, Egg did good work. How do you get more Black Lion chest keys? A couple ways. Easiest way to get them? Buy them from the cash shop. Would not recommend it unless you have a well-paying job and you're okay with sinking a lot of money into a hobby. How to get Black Lion keys for free, on the other hand, you have two ways that I can think of that are semi-reliable. The first way that's semi-reliable is every time you complete a map, you do 100% map completion, you have about a 20% chance to get a Black Lion key out of the reward chest that you get. I think. It might be like 25. It might be like 15. I'm not sure. It's something like that. And then the second way is that you get Black Lion keys at specific points in your personal story. You get a Black Lion key every time you finish your level 10 personal story. You get a Black Lion key every time you finish your level 40 personal story. You get a Black Lion key every time you finish, like, chapter 10 of the personal story. Something like that. It's on the wiki. There's, like, 3 or 4 points in the personal story where you get Black Lion keys. And the interesting thing about those Black Lion keys is that you can get one every week, but you have to make a new character to do it. So what people will generally do is they'll always save one of their character slots for a key farming character. And every week, they will level that character up to 10. They'll do their level 10 personal story. They'll get the Black Lion key. They'll use it or put it in their bank or, you know, do whatever they want to do with it. And then they'll delete that character and they'll make another new character the next week. And that'll get you a Black Lion key every week for like an hour of work or so. When most people talk about earning Black Lion keys, that's the one they're talking about. And you can go even further if you want with it too. Like when I was doing key farms, I would take my characters all the way up to 40. So I would do the level 10 key, I would do the level 40 key, and then I would delete them. It really depends on like how much time you have to spend on it. But the level 10 is definitely the fastest. Level 40 is not that heavy of a lift either. Getting the level 80 key every week is like, that's a bit of dedication, in my opinion. And I think those are the two reliable ways to get them. They also drop as like random drops just around the world. They have about the same drop rate as a precursor. I think in my time playing Guild Wars, I've probably gotten like 4 or 5 Black Lion keys to drop, but that's 4 or 5 keys playing probably like 10 to 12 hours of Guild Wars 2 a week for 5 years. Is not one that you want to bank on. It's like a nice bonus, but it's not a reliable source of them. Combat? We can kill this. We can kill this. Is there a roller beetle map completion key farm? I mean, sort of, but honestly the biggest time gate for the level 10 key farm is completing the personal story steps. And because they're personal story steps from Corteria, you can't use mounts in them. So, like, you can, you know, roller beetle from waypoint to waypoint, yeah, but the biggest time sink is actually going to be completing the story step inside that personal instance. I do think if you check the wiki, there's a guide for, like, what is the fastest personal story choices to take for optimal key farming. I don't know what that is. You'd have to look that one up. This is going to be an incredible Scorched Earth. Bannering. People just falling over. What the heck? I see red behind. Please, I need this. You're so low. You're so down. This is mine. I own this firebrand. Perfect. They're going to be getting respawns here. Red very close behind. Zerk 2, 1, Zerk up. Yeah, they're like right there. I need a super speed tail here, we're gonna get hit. This is a fucking nightmare. We're in the middle of 4 groups. Get me out of here, man. Get me out. Oh, for the map completion. Maybe. There might be like a Blishud for it. I've never really tried to like speedrun the map completion stuff, so I couldn't necessarily tell you, but I'm sure that someone's done like a Blishud for it. You, get him moped. What did I do? I'd just run around on Raptor, honestly. I'm gonna dodge that, I don't trust that pull. I did have stab, though. Alright, get me in combat. Step 1 is combat. Step 2 is survive. That's gonna be a Veil. That's gonna be a really good Scorched Earth. I want to go to, like, here with this leap. I need super speed to get out of here, please. Please? Please. Please stun break me. Please stab me. Please banner me. Anything? I'm still immobed. Alright, well, now what do? We Zerk in like 3 seconds, I guess. Then we go like right here. We did not Zerk, that's bad. Confirm your damn combat. Alright, do it now. Oh my god, it's so many fucking downs. I need a balance dance here. Just hit the edges, CC the edges. You should be able to get a couple downs off of this. Come on. Come on. No? Oh my god. Holy cow, it's so hot. Just evaporating. Good fights tonight, but man, it's rough out here. Wasn't there a guy who, like, speed ran map completion on a thief in like 9 hours or something? I remember seeing it on Reddit like a month ago. If that's how sweaty you want to get, I'd just go look at that person's VOD. It was 9 hours for map completion. It's crazy fast. I feel like this is wrong. I feel like my Scorched Earths were amazing. That fight. Why is it lying to me? Because I went down twice, maybe? Like, that spike was pretty good. These mostly line up? Yeah, these mostly line up. So Lucas spiked at 14. I spiked at 12. That's pretty good. He got a second spike in here, which I think is like when I went down and got knocked out of Berserker early, so I guess that's gonna account for a lot. And then that first spike... Not really sure what happened there, honestly, but he spiked at 14 again, I only spiked at like 8. I felt like they were good Scorched Earths, but I could be wrong, I guess. Or maybe that was from one fight ago, I'm not sure. Either way, from the logs that I've looked at, and from the arc DPS fiddling that I've done, and from other Zerker footage that I've watched, the biggest difference between my damage and the damage of people who are like capital G good at Berserker is 100% Scorched Earth placement. When they're using Scorched Earth, they're getting every single square of that Scorched Earth to hit 5 people. When I'm using Scorched Earth, half the time the first 3 squares are just empty and it's only the last 2 squares that are connecting. So that's one of the big things that we really want to try and be working on here. Is getting closer and also lining it up just right so that they all stand inside that square and that square hits all of them. This is DI Pogu DI? Did crew leave? I think crew left. I think crew swapped with DI. Alright, combat. Good combat. Good pulls. I'll immob this in the tail so he can't leave. That's horrible. You're not even in Zerk, but you fortunately canceled your heal. Bannering, punted, bannering again. Canceling that again. Don't trust it. Okay, we've done no damage. But now we do damage. Yes, this is our time! This is our time! I'm bannering! I'm a late bloomer. Okay. A tale of two fights. One of the most horrendous engages I've ever had in my life, and I hate it, and I want to delete it. Second half of that fight, amazing. Like, still top of downs contribution, second on damage, despite doing no damage for the first 20 seconds of the entire fight. Beautiful. If we could have that second half of that fight all the time, I'd be so happy. Joined a new guild. What is the best class that you could bring to help boost up your win rate? Firebrand. Any halfway decent person who knows how to run Firebrand is going to up a guild success rate on Firebrand first and foremost. Second best option, Berserker. If you want to help a new guild win fights, you either need to be very good at stab so that you can enable damage players in your party to, like, fundamentally play the game, or you need to bring, like, insane damage. Or Druid. Yeah, Druid if you're comfortable with Druid. Like, Druid or Vindy to pump huge game-changing heals is probably a pretty good shout. I would not do something like Tempest. I think it's pretty easy to play below average Tempest and still do a pretty good job for your group. I think it's pretty easy to play below average Scourge and still do a pretty good job for your group. But if you want to roll where, like, you can really excel, if you're playing like Firebrand and you're good at stab, you're good at resist fields, you're good at reflex, you're good at stun breaks, you make just an incredible amount of difference for your party. Good at signets. I don't know if I mentioned signets, but if you're good at signets, like, holy cow. But yeah, like, Berserker, Druid, and Firebrand, probably the... Berserker, Druid, / Vindicator, and Firebrand. Probably the 3 professions / 4 professions that can most swing the initiative of a fight. Not the best Scorched Earth ever. Not the best heal ever. I'm just gonna swap. Drop a preemptive banner. Alright, we got 1 heal off that. I'm fine with it. There's more downs here? I want these downs. Get on these downs. These are mine. Okay. Decent. Take me into longbow here. Zerk 5. Zerk 5. I believe we're going to lose this fight. That's unfortunate. We had a really good first bomb. Yeah. That's a wipe. What do I mean by good at stab? Good at stab is recognizing when stability needs to be applied and having it up before that. Yeah, it's not... It's... Stab is weird. So, like, for Condi Cleanse, right? You're good at Condi Cleanse if you see a mob on your party and you cleanse the mob. You're good at stab if you know when someone is about to be CC'd and you give them stability before that happens. Because if you, like, you know, think of Firebrand Staff 5, right? You can't walk across Firebrand Staff 5 if you don't have stab. If you're casting a skill and you hit a line and you don't have stab, it interrupts your cast. It's already too late. It doesn't matter if you stab someone through the line when they try to walk over it again. They already lost their skill cast. What you need to be able to do, and what I mean by saying, like, good at stab, is you need to know that stability should be up before people are walking over lines so that the group doesn't get strung out in the first place. Being able to have that predictiveness of when stab is going to need to be up is what I mean by good at stab. It's really common when you have, like, someone who's relatively new at playing Firebrand. You'll watch their footage. You know what? Next time we fight, I can literally show you. People think that the stability that you get off of Stand Your Ground is way shorter in duration than it actually is. So you'll see people give stability, like, you know, 1 or 2 seconds before your commander bombs. If you're running full minstrels, Stand Your Ground is like 9 seconds of stability. You want to have it up really, really, really early. I'll show you next time we fight. I'll tell you, like, if I was on Firebrand, when would you use Stand Your Ground, and you'll see. Also, did I say Heal Vindy in there? I did say Heal Vindy in there. Heal Vindy's got big heals. They're not quite as big as Druid, but if you are able to anticipate when people are going to take a ton of damage, you can really drive a wedge into an enemy group with Heal Vindy by topping people off on a hot bomb. You can also just, like, generally be a nuisance with Tablet. Mitigate a lot of projectile hate if you understand when to use it. Like 5. Yeah, you know. That's a Class 8 K&T Knight. AFK, AFK. AFK adjacent. Like, we've only got 19 in the squad. We can't afford to have 4 people going AFK. Dude, Tablet's so much fun. It's my favorite part of playing Vindy. Not even just, like, it makes you feel good when you pop the elite on an enemy group and you see, like, 4 interrupts go off, but also just, like, mashing your heal skill to move Tablet around. It's just so much fun. Yak? 2 minutes RI. I got 1 yak. Fair enough. I'm still going to show you when to stab, I promise. We're just waiting for like 5 people to come back from AFK. 30 minutes wrench. 32 minutes food. We're fine. Minute and a half RI still. Come help Tree with this sentry. Tree, you good out here? Is this gamer giving you issues? Nice and power. Is that a staff DH? Go on, beam me. It won't save you. Goodbye. I'll be capping my sentry now. Commander, can I also go AFK? Hell yeah. I love going AFK. I'm not actually going to go AFK. It's very disrespectful. Hello? Get him, True. Let's go watch this 1v1. I'm not adding to this. This is an honorable duel. What is this, red spawn? Oh, this is red spawn. There's a group here. I don't know if you knew. Kind of forgot this was red spawn and not our spawn, but, you know. Yeah, Aegis application too. Also, cover boons. There's a surprising number of people who don't actually know what cover boons are. And, you know, for purposes of explanation, I'm not going to leave you hanging. In general, when you apply a boon, in general, boons are removed in the order they're applied. So, like, when you stand in a null field, the null field with each pulse is going to remove the boon that was most recently applied. In general. That's not always true, but it's true most of the time. So what cover boons are is applying boons over the top of stability so that other things are higher in the queue of boons to remove. On Firebrand, what that usually looks like is when you use Stand Your Ground, you'll also use your Heal Signet, and then you use like Mace 3 or Shield 4. That covers your stability off with Quickness, Aegis, and Protection. Or if you're in Tome, it'll look like covering off Courage 4 and 5 with Courage 1, which is, I think, only Protection, honestly. But you can also, like, you can use a Charge Your Heal mantra while you're applying the boons from Courage as well. And so what that does is it buries the stability under, like, 3 or 4 different boons. So that even if someone in your party does just, like, face tank a null field for some reason, because you gave them stab, but they, like, didn't dodge anyway, it makes it more difficult to remove that stab, which makes it easier for them to move around. Like, in terms of the order of importance of boons in World vs. World, there's stability, and then a little underneath that there's resistance, and then a little underneath that there's Aegis, and then every other boon is at the very bottom of the list. Those 3 boons are significantly more important than anything else that you apply. Okay, an incredible Scorched Earth has been used. I want this tail. This guy. He's caught. Punish him. Never mind. He's back to tag. I didn't have any help. Okay, it's a decent Scorched Earth. It's not the best one I've ever seen, but it's alright. Finish these, finish these. He's misted? No, he's IOL'd. Watch that IOL cooldown. Just dodge me one. Please. Please. I would like to live. Please. Dodge? Thank you. Thank you so much. Blind. I'm just gonna banner this. I might get something. I'm not afraid of dying or anything. Oh, I was so close to that Scorched Earth. Just CC it. Just CC it. Res me. Res me. CC it and res me. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think we still lose this, though. That was really close. That was really, really close. I think if I had been better at banner there, I might have been able to swing that. I just wasted that banner at the start. Damage-wise, got our ass beat by Pigeon, but that's nothing new. How do you do against Lucas? Lucas spiked 14k, I spiked 12k. So it's pretty close. He used Scorched Earth 5 times. I used Scorched Earth... No, he used Scorched Earth 8 times? Did he never use... Oh, he's running Greatsword. I see. So he found a lot more Berserker time than I did. He got 3 full Scorched Earth off. That's way more than what I managed. What's Pigeon running? Pigeon's also running Arc Divider. That's interesting, because that is not the guild build. I'm dubious about that. How many Zerks did you get off, though? 9? Okay, what the hell? Did we die early and lose a Zerk? Is that what it is? Because that's like, they got an extra 20 seconds of Berserker somewhere, and I did not. I'm not sure where that came from. I know there was one that I missed for sure, because I went down right when I was about to launch it, but that's just one. That would have taken me from 5 to 6, and they're still up there at 8 or 9, so there's something big that I missed in that fight. Pigeon usually records. Let me jot that timestamp down. Talk to Pigeon about 10:30p fight. This is not where my commander is. He had 9 Scorched Earths. I had 5. I'll follow up with him later about that and figure out what exactly he did. Also, let me see if he's recording. Get good, Anthe, I swear to God, if I can figure out how to time you out quickly. Hold on. That's 600 seconds? That's too long. How do I change the duration of a timeout? Slash timeout? Oh, wait, I found it. Hold on. Oh, it's so over for you. Slash timeout. Anthe. Maya. Oh, I lost the template. It's gone. Alright, you know what? You live this time, but only because Twitch's UI for slash commands abandoned me. You be very careful. I was only going to time you out for like 5 seconds. It's just about sending a message.
Nothing can save you. Accelerate. Invigorating.
Call you toxic? I can't imagine why. I'm a good boy, on the other hand. Never been called toxic in my life by people who are serious. Everyone who says I'm toxic is JKing, and it's just a funny joke. That's Commander. I don't want to pin snipe that. Show me someone else. Your combat. Oh no. I would like to leave. Oh! Okay, decent Scorched Earth. Bannering, 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 bannering. Hit this corner. Hit this corner. Blue coming in. Second blue group. Looks like a bunch of cloud. It doesn't really look like an actual group. No, it's just like 15 randoms. I can't tell who it is. No. Poggy was behind them. We were fighting DI. There were like 15 random greens in the middle that came over to haze us. Sorry, we were fighting Pogyu. Like 15 random blues in the middle of us that pushed towards us. And then there was DI behind them. Pulled away or finishing the other green. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting called, like, blind in TeamSpeak, but I saw, like, 10 to 15 people coming up to us. It looked halfway organized. Which is, like, it's fine. We pulled off, you pulled off, but I still want to know that, like, I almost want to go and look at the VOD and figure out what the hell I saw. Because I swear that was something. Yeah, I didn't think you guys hit us. I think it was honestly just like greens that weren't on either tag. I don't think that's any bad blood. I think that's just like strangers. Also, welcome to map. Hope you've enjoyed your time here. It is what many people would describe lit AF right now. And I'm glad you managed to make it here. We've been getting our fucking ass beat all night, but that's okay. It's still been, like, really good fights. It's good Zerker practice, too. Anytime I gotta be careful about how deep I'm going in so I don't get, like, immediately punished and killed is a good time to figure out how to play Berserker really well. Yeah, this is a good night. Not every night in World vs. World is this good. But tonight's a good night. Alright, so that's DI. That's Pogyu. SHW and Doc are going to be inside there somewhere. Yeah, up top. This is our pull-off. If we need to break line of sight, we need to just drop right down here. And then we can push back up around here. Or we can just swing all the way back. So that's a fine spot for us to be in, to not get hit by two groups at once from different servers. Blast that. I'll blast it again. Blast this. Looks like we're going to take Poggy and they're going to take DI. Give me combat. Dodge one. Decent SE. Followed up with CC though. I want to hit right at that edge. Please, just leap. Okay, good. Bannering, 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 bannering. I missed the stomp. Oh no. Zerk 10, Zerk 10, Zerk 10. This DI guy's low. I can do this. This is my target. I want him. Good. I mean, it's not the guy I was looking at, but I generated downs. So, you know, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and Zerk here, probably. They are broken? Yeah, we win that. Alright. We've won a fight. Nice knockback. And then Egg also won? Or EP also won? Yeah, it looks like it. Ooh. Super speed my tail here. You. You're combat. You're so fast. You're not combat, you're lucky. I'm combat. Yeah. Fields work. Sorry, I can't res. I'm busy being in combat. They're really close. I don't know about all that. Okay. The best Scorched Earth you've ever seen in your freaking life. If you don't like that, you don't like video games. It's a horrible longbow 3, though. I don't know where my commander went. I should probably go find him. Decent downs contribution there. Decent on meters. How do we stack up to Pigeon, who's just extremely good? He's spiked at 47k. Okay, well, we tried. I got 78k off of Scorched Earth. You got 65k! I beat Pigeon on Scorched Earth meters. Oh, he only used one. Never mind. He did 65k off of one Scorched Earth. I did 78 off of 2. Good lord, man. Pigeon's just untouchable on damage. He's got that GVG mentality. He did confirm he's recording, though, so I'll be able to take a look at his VOD later. I'm gonna figure out just how he's doing it. A lot of that is just him running Arc Divider. Like, Arc Divider is going to be more damage than Hammer. But Ruthless's preference, at least for when we're running Comped, is that we run Hammer for the extra CC. So I'm fine sticking on that, but like, Scorched Earth against Scorched Earth, I should be able to compete with the numbers he's generating, and I literally don't know how he does it. I think they're fighting alone, yeah. I don't want to add to this, they're having fun. This is their round. That's a lot of green plus 2s. Nice bomb. Alright, can't really see that anymore. I'm in combat. They're dropping. Don't get pulled here. Here, super speed your friends. We're not big enough to handle that. Well, we could have been, actually, with Ag here. I didn't see Ag to the side of us. True is fine. Ag is looking for players in multiple roles, interested in outnumbered fights, and a competitive world versus world environment. Raids are 3 to 4 nights a week at 6 p.m. PST. Hang on, I can't read anywhere. I'm gonna Scorched Earth like right there, probably. That seems pretty good. I'd like to tactics here. I mean, the big problem there is going to be that I just kind of didn't really do anything with my Zerker, but I couldn't really go anywhere with it. And I know I wasted a 3 there, but I really wanted to make sure I got the Scorched Earth down. I'm gonna banner this. Get bannered. We're still gonna die, though. I'll be leaving. Goodbye. Goodbye. People really not ready for the push out from a very obvious group. Yeah. They're done. I'll head back to spawn. It's really like a tale of two worlds tonight in this squad, man. Like one fight will be super formed up, super focused. Everybody's ready to go. We're all dodging well. We're spiking well. The next fight, it's just like 5 people brain AFK and forget to dodge. People too busy celebrating the fact we won the last fight and then just throw the current fight. We have a Q? We have a Q28. Yikes. Do you want to put me into commander party and you can call when you want me to throw my banner at tactics? Max was in combat for 26 seconds, so I think he might have died early. So he hit 19 times and 21 times, 50 times, and 22 times, but only one cast. Wells don't look like they missed. Everyone's got hits on arc. I can't tell if they're synced up, but it looks like they hit people. We do only have 2. But we're not so big that we should need the 3rd one. I mean, Zerker damage was not a problem that fight. Like, except for Max being a little low, Arc looks how we would want it to look for that fight. We're trying to figure out why it feels like we don't have a good spike on that fight. And the only thing I can see is that Max is, like, going down a little early. Oh, stab timing during next fight. You're so right. Sorry. Got so distracted from the pause between those. So, if I were on Firebrand, right? I'm putting on my Firebrand hat. You've got 2 main sources of stab that you're looking at. You have small stab, which is, I don't want to get pulled here, and so I'm going to use a charge of my Elite Mantra, or I'm just going to throw Aegis out. And then you have big stab, which is stand your ground, Indomitable Courage if you're running Indom, and also, like, sort of Courage 5. Like, Courage 5 is only 1 stack, but it also gives you a shitload of toughness, and it helps you survive bombs. If SHW gets any closer than this, it would be small stab. But here is fine. Yeah, Indom's 3 stacks. Opening Courage 5 gives you 3 stacks of stab. That's a big cooldown. The way to think about small stab is the longest range pulls in the game are 1200. and that's like DHF1 Spear, it's Magnet on NG, and it's Reaper Greatsword 5. So anytime you're within like 1400 of an enemy group, you want to be thinking about Small Stab. This would be Small Stab here. This would be a charge of your Elite Mantra, specifically for like those kinds of lines. But we're obviously not going to full push there, so you don't want to put Stand Your Ground on cooldown that early. So now you're chilling, you're at 2 stacks of you're at 2 stacks of your Elite Mantra, but that's fine. You see a line here. This is Big Stab because we're going in for a push now. That's Stand Your Ground right there. When we walked across that line, not when we... oh no. Not when I called it, it was when we walked across that Ellie Earth 5 line. Is when you would have wanted to use. I should use my abilities here. I want those downs. I want that. Give me that. Give me these. Just leap on the side. I can't afford to get into them. Holy cow, that's everyone dead. When you saw that Earth 5 line on the ground, and I said this is going to be a big push, so you should use it, that's when you press Stand Your Ground. That early. And then you cover it with like Heal Mantra and Shield 4. I'll try and call it a couple more times because the start of that fight was a little scuffed because I didn't have the initial stab. Actually, here's the way, you know what? Here's the way I'm going to do it. Watch when I use Balance Stance, because I'm just going to use Balance Stance the same way that I would use Stand Your Ground. I feel like I need the extra stab on engage, so just watch when I use Balance Stance, and that's when I would use it. Mace Shield is the best way to apply prot for sure. People sleep on how good Mace Shield is for Firebrand. It is significantly better than Staff as a weapon set. Significantly better. And you can feel when your group does not have good protection uptime either. You feel like you're just taking so much damage. Yeah, it makes you feel super beefy. Alright, this is Red fighting CO for a bit. It's a lot of blue plus 2s. It's a lot of blue plus 2s. Alright, that's Red destroyed. This is Ag going in. I'm just gonna watch this. I'm not gonna add, but I'm gonna watch. This is Ag going all the way in. That's not a great spot for blue to be in right now. They're pushed against that wall. But they just kind of didn't commit. And Ag is also just watching. That's a bit better spot, because they can actually walk up the hill right there, but they're going to eat shit on this counter bomb. They've pushed twice now in like 15 seconds. They have no stab cooldowns left. They blew Stand Your Ground, they blew Indom, they still pushed, and blue hadn't used anything. They were just kiting both of those bombs back. So as soon as those 2 pushes were gone, they just got walked over. They had no cooldowns left at that point. This is Small Stab. This is your Elite Mantra. It's just to protect against pulls. You don't need anything serious. I like the relic that pumps out protection and resistance when you use the Elite. Is that Zephyrite that does that? This is probably Small Stab again. It's a little far, actually. I'm just trying to get in combat. This is Big Stab now. This is your Big Stab. I'm gonna banner this. And then leap me in, like, to the side. Not directly in. I'm just gonna leap in place. And then give me the swap. Give me the Scorched Earth. It's okay, it's not great. This is also their spawn, so we need to be a little careful. Firebrand is interesting. I think out of all of the classes in World versus World, I think Firebrand probably has the most flexibility in terms of what relic it's allowed to run. You have Monk, which is like not great, but you can sort of make it work. You have Flock, which is very good on your heal. You have Pack, which is really good on your elite. You have Zephyrite, which is really good on your elite. You have Unseen Invasion, I guess, but I don't think it's as good as the other four. Unlucky. EP AJ'd your fight with SHW, then we AJ'd the fight with KNT. Yeah, well, I mean, I am KNT, so, like, I'm not calling the shots, but I'm following Ruthless tonight. There is, animosity tonight. Oh no, please, my stab. It's very sick. It's your spawn. You'll be back here in no time. Yep, here it comes. It's getting cold. I don't even have to look at it. Oh no, I'm immobed. Not me. No, 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 not like this. Alright, I'm out. I'm fine. Zerk 5, Zerk 5, Zerk 5. That's a bad spot for blue to be in. They gotta get out of that corner. Yeah, they gotta go through us, so we go through them. Launch some more Scorched Earth in there. Next time he pushes, I'm doing heavy CC. Give me the double cast on it. Oh, that's hot. I see the Scorched Earth. I'm getting out of there. Now this is just a weird spot. Zerk 10, Zerk 10, Zerk 10. In a Zerk fight, when do I like to time my reflex? I don't use Courage 3 as a reflect most of the time. But that's generally because I'm running 5-page instead of 8-page, so that I have extra sources of quickness. I will use Shield 5, like, pretty much any time it's on cooldown. Shield 5 is an amazing skill. Shield 5, you pop that shit anytime you want. Specifically, I like to use Shield 5. I mean, it kind of comes down to your group. So the way you've maybe like kind of seen the way the flow works. KNT's comp is built to push 3 times. We push once, we push a second time, we push a third time, we refresh, and those all come within about a couple seconds. So the first push, you're gonna be busy with like other skills. You're gonna be busy with Maze 3, you're gonna be busy with Shield 4, you're gonna be busy with Tome if you need the resistance field, you're gonna be busy with like Staff 5 line. After that first push, this is like, 4 or 5 seconds into the fight, you generally have 1 or 2 seconds to refresh. That's when I'm looking to drop either like a Courage 3 if you've got a decent choke to use it in, or I'll just look to channel a Shield 5 for a bit and kind of like, make a field for people to blast. The other thing I'll try to look for to do in that period is I'll try to look for an Empower. If we're going to stand still for like 3 seconds and we're going to get ready to push again, it's a great time to drop an Empower, refresh your might stacks, and it's also a pretty beefy heal. And then on that third push, that's when you want to use the thing you didn't use on the second push. So if you empowered for push 2, you would look to channel Shield 5 for push 3. If you channeled Shield 5 for, sorry, just like completely losing my train of thought. If you use Shield 5 for your second push, you'd empower for the third push. If you empower for the second push, you'd Shield 5 for the third push. And then if you can find like a good opportunity to use Courage 3, go for it, but I would personally rather spend my pages on Courage 4. I would rather spend it on Resolve 2 if I need the Condi Cleanse. I'd rather spend it on like Justice 3 sometimes even, if I know that the enemy group doesn't have stab. You have a bunch of different options, and you have a little more flexibility for when you might want to drop it if you're running 8-page. If you are running 8-page, anytime your group is refreshing and getting ready to push again is a good time to drop a reflect. If you've got the pages for courage, use it then. Use it like right after your first push just to mitigate projectiles coming in, because your group is going to be low on a push and their group is going to be low on a push. So it just helps to mitigate any kind of damage that's coming in. Just gonna dodge back. That's a veil in front that no one else is responding to. I'll do it. I'll do the hard things. This is gonna be a kite. I don't want to blow Zerk yet until they commit. There's a bunch of their Zerkers that committed. This is close. They're moving in on that. I'll swap. Catch these people off tag. I want the CC on them. A lot of people are not on their tag right now. Oh no. That's the worst interrupt ever. Alright, give me the leap here. Interrupted again? Okay, fine. I'm leaving and I'm using Scorched Earth. That's really unlucky interrupts on both of those leaps. Really, really unlucky. I need to super speed my friends here. Commander, my food. Yeah. I mean, for all the things he said about, like, oh, my ping is so bad, he was fine on meters in most of the fights I was looking at. But he's also dying, like, 2,000 off tag half the time, so I guess I can see that argument. Dude, if any one Necro in this guild could carry, it's me, but unfortunately I'm not on Necro, so Max is gonna have to. Excuse me? I'll have you know that my official Guild Wars 2 World vs. World business card says Necro Class Lead on it still, because I haven't gotten any new ones in like a year and a half. Yeah, exactly. I'm like best by process of attrition. Okay, well, look. That's technicalities. Just because other Necros don't want to be class lead doesn't mean that, like, I'm not as special for being the guy who got talked into taking the job, okay? Julie and I have a good working relationship in that we really don't talk, but we have silent mutual respect. Convert this down quick. No, I think she agrees. That's an emote target. It's a decent Scorched Earth. It's a bunch of people just like eating damage for free. I just need to drop CC here. Yeah, eat all these, eat all these, eat all these. Watch the Sanctuary, though. Remember that they run heavy Sank, and that's why you, like, can't move half the time. Nice resistance. That's a good Firebrand player right there. This is very cloudy. What is going on up here with all this cloud? Yeah, sorry, Raul. I don't think there's any more honorable fights to be had here. Hope you enjoyed the couple fights you had. It's been a complex night since before you got on map. There's a lot of animosity that our tags are working out in between one another. It's not anything that has to do with you. We're just kind of like... There's a lot of pent-up frustration tonight. I'm gonna go refresh my food quick. I've got that hunger. got that hunger for knowledge too. Give me that book. Alright, now what do we fight? Oh, this is really... You're not gonna like this either. SHW is also done. Everything's dead. No, 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 no. This isn't guilds tagging down at normal hours. This is dodging. We're being dodged currently. All these fucking dodge guilds, man. 11:04 p.m. You telling me that SHW isn't going to raid an hour later because it's fun, and instead they're going to dodge fights? I'm shaking my head so hard right now. Disappointed in the state of this world versus world community. I don't know, man. I'm just like trying to keep the drama going, but I'm not bully. I can't do what he does. He's too powerful. I don't know. I don't know what anyone's talking about. It was good fights, though. That's not going to Comus, by the way. That's going to stream, where I'm a friendly person, is really good fights tonight. I know Rawl's upset about the AJs. I know SHW is upset about like some sidecarring and nut hugging stuff, but anytime you just got like 7 guilds across 3 servers fighting in the same spot for like an hour, just sorting shit out and having to pay attention to what everyone else is doing, it's a fun time. It's world versus world as Roy intended. Now, I can't speak for other tags, but I had fun, and I would argue that we died more than the other 2 groups on map tonight, but who's to say, specifically? Also, what's up, Isaac? How you doing? I saw you in there. I mean, like, not you specifically. I saw Tofu tags. Anyone who's tagged Tofu is you in my mind. Bomb is tagging down. Bomb also is dodging. People on our server are now dodging fights. This is sad, man. Next, you're going to tell me that K&T's going to tag down like half an hour early. Because we ran out of stuff to do. Okay, what weeklies do I still need? Since we're into that phase of the night now. Tower taker? I need 4 more towers. Hell yeah. It's okay, Bully will take it on Thursday. Bully can get SMC anytime he wants. That's okay. Someone from SHW already whispered me to say thanks for the fights. Okay, that's a slightly different message than what I conveyed to the SHW person who whispered me, but yeah, what I got was SHW takes down. Commander says GG, thanks for fights. Ruthless blocked Fable, LOL. So slightly different narrative going on in your whispers and mine. That's true. He do be out here blocking commanders. Gotta grab these nodes for my Wizard Tower weeklies. right? Weekly. Yeah. 52 of 100? I need so many more nodes. What the heck? I gathered 25 materials. Let's go! I don't get nodes very often on this character, apparently. This is not the place for PvE tips. It's the place for, like, below average PvE tips. I don't not PvE. I just don't spend a lot of time doing it. If you want to know how to do, like, wings 1 through 4, I can describe them to you in very broad generalities. I can describe how to do most of the EOD strikes. I cannot tell you how to do Old Lion's Court, as too complicated. 3 enemies at the same time, that's more than I can handle. I can tell you a lot about how to get, like, Aurora and Vision, because I've done it on 2 accounts. Because I just, like, kind of enjoy it, I guess. I'm not exactly sure on that one. I can answer it. I can talk about PvE stuff. How many PvE VODs I got on the VODs channel? Now you got me wondering. YouTube Studio. Playlists. That's still my channel. Take me to Studio. Content. Here we go. This is where I wanted to be. Content. Playlists. Guild Wars 2 PvE VODs. 8! 8 VODs. That's like 24 hours of content. Name one player in this game who's done more than 24 hours of PvE. You can't. But I would say that World vs. World is probably my strong suit. Speaking of Ruined Vision, you can skip a decent amount by doing World vs. World PvP reward tracks. Arguably, you can skip the most annoying part of Aurora and Vision, which is doing the map meta achievements. It's very powerful. I can't show you the achievement from here because I already have Vision and Aurora. But if you pop into reward tracks and you go to, I don't know, Bitterfrost. The Bitterfrost Frontier Cache gives you a choice of gloves or winter berries. And if you go over to a Crack in the Ice, a Crack in the Ice Mastery gives you the same box. You need to complete this entire meta achievement in order to do Aurora and Vision, specifically to get that glove skin. And so if you just do the reward track one time in World vs. World, you don't have to do any of those 21 achievements. Now, you still have to do a lot of currency farming. You still have to do, like, a couple of the checklist achievements, which are a little annoying. But you can save yourself quite a bit of time by just doing the reward tracks instead. That's an excellent tip. Inappropriate innuendo. It took me a while to read that one. It's a long name. You got a lot of letters in there. You can get a moat here. Why don't you just stay there for a bit? Okay, you can just blink too, that's fine. Thanks for the follow, Isaac. You like log things? Look, you don't need to come into my chat and brag. I believe that all lengths of things are valid. You got short things? You got, like, you know, little mini cucumbers over there? Guess what? You got good pickles you can make. Do you have a 3-letter username in Guild Wars 2 because you woke up at, like, 5 a.m. the day the beta came out and won the RNG lottery to log in? That's valid too. Maybe those are better than regular dills. We're all valid here. Also, did I have to own you so hard? No, it didn't. But I can't have people come in and thinking that, like, I only do World versus World and I don't know anything about PvE. I don't know anything about most of PvE. You guys want to see something neat, by the way? Pop into options. No, never mind. He's moving across the bridge for some reason. E waypoint 13 seconds, that's why. I'll show you something cool in a second. But E waypoint's going to get pulled here, so I got to be ready to respond to that. E waypoint 5. Can you just coming in here? E waypoint pulled, E waypoint pulled, E waypoint pulled. We super speed here with banner. We don't need this anymore. We stab up. Get me into hammer, because I want to lock people down as soon as they come through. Here's one person. Here's 2 people. Here's 3 people. Yum, yum, yum. These are probably the same people just taking it again. You're gonna get out, that's fine. You're invuln, yep. You're taking it again. You're not invuln, you're fresh meat. This is a couple people just like add portal. Come on. Come on. Nice backbreaker. Okay, okay, okay. E waypoint gone. Well, I was looking at like another guy. When I looked at E waypoint, it was gone. Alright, the cool thing. Hop into your graphics options. Head down... No. General options? Yeah, general options. Find your collision sensitivity slider. Move it all the way to the right. Tuck yourself behind the second pillar in Lord's Room. And you get to see outside. Live scouting. Now, the problem with this spot is that if you stand here, like in the corner outside, you can damage through to this spot. So if you know that a group is hiding here, you can just walk up right there and you can bomb the shit out of this corner and kill a lot of people who are not expecting it. But it is a good way to keep eyes outside of hills so you don't get snuck up on in the Lord's Room. Because otherwise the camera angles in there are atrocious. And then if you're an attacking group and you're like, oh, I don't want to get seen, you stack up on this side of Lord's Room. Because you can't see over here from the other side, and there's not a corner you can look through on this side of the room. Attacking? That's fine. I'll document a hack live on stream. What are they gonna do, ban me? Wait until I show them the waterfall trick. Give me this ring. And then get ready for your defense event. They don't know it's flipping. They're committing to Lord. Out we go. Identify enemy players. You're a defense event. I'm sorry. It has to be this way. It's gotta be like this. I don't make the rules. I only enforce them. Give me the refresh. Oh my god, you're gonna get away. You're too good. You're simply too powerful. Later, Exceed. Have a good one. The scrapper was too powerful for my feeble will. You got free charged quartz from the quartz node. I'm happy for you. Have I seen the Warclaw jump to get into Green Lake from the door? I have. That one though, I'm like, that shit an exploit for real though. Did you see Serial's video about this? Let me go grab this quick, because he actually put a video out of stuff that's like capital E exploits that ANET has known about for a while and hasn't fixed. I want to be specific that I am not encouraging people here to use any of the things in this video. And like, seriously, I'm not. Just because you can sneak your way into a tower does not mean that you should go and do it because ANET has refused to fix it. But I do think the more people who are aware of the fact that there are some straight up busted objectives in World versus World, the more likely it is they might actually get fixed. So, Serial did a great video on it a couple months ago. Sorry, not a couple months ago, like a week and a half ago. And that's the stuff that's like, that's a little cheaty. I think the Green Lake Tower's in there. There's the Green Keep in there. There's the jumping puzzle that you can do to get into Earth Keep on Red BL in there. There's a bunch of objectives that you can break into on Thief with some clever jumping. Maybe it'll get fixed one day. Who knows? Because, like, Serial's in the Guild Wars 2 dev Discord, so surely he's linked that video to, like, Roy and the other people who hang out in there. It's probably just not, like, an ultra-high priority fix compared to whatever reward stuff and balance stuff and restructuring stuff they've got in the pipeline. Especially if it's going to take map fixes. Like, you need to fix the actual terrain in order to fix a bunch of those spots, so you're going to have to go talk to, like, all the, you know, PvE graphic design, map creation kind of people. It's probably a whole process on their back end. It's not like a thing you can fix in a day. It's used in decoration crafting, and they're found on feathered enemies. That's what a pristine feather is. I think we're doing the jumping puzzle again. Oh wait, I say again. I didn't do it the first time on stream. I was just playing with Azure on SBI. Anyway, we've successfully outlasted all the content now, so we're gonna go do the JP. Apparently. Head up here. Drop here. I don't know, man. I'm just following tag. Don't worry, I'll do the puzzle. I don't remember it, but I'll do it. Up here, over here, over here. Fall through here. No, you're supposed to fall there. Excuse me? Yes. Yeah, don't come in here and act like I know how to do something in World versus World that you don't know how to do. Because we both know that that's not true. And then the next jump is like over here, I think. No, I thought you jump over to like the rocks in the middle. Yeah. Piece of yeah, I think you jump down to the rocks in the middle here. Is it? Oh. Okay. Okay, we got one. And then you just drop for the second one, right? Like it's this little ledge under here, and then you work your way over to like the north. Yeah, where Lawfa's going. It's over here. But like this spot you can get to by jumping onto the rocks. I guess it's like a suboptimal route since you have to get the top half anyway, though. And then we have to do these nightmare rocks. Oh, fuck. Okay, good. And then we drop down to like one of these. I don't remember which one, though. I'm going to assume that Loft knows. And then across. Yep. And then around here. And then up these. Yeah, up these. Up here, up here, up here, up here. And there's the second one. Yoink. My inventory's full, son of a... Hang on. Okay. We've done it. Now we leave. And then we come back in. I'm pretty sure this doesn't destroy the keys. I hope this doesn't destroy the keys. We'll find out. There's probably a way I could have done that while staying inside, but I don't remember what it was. Please? Please. I've done the rest of the... Thank you. Okay, good. Yes, good.
This is fine.
Through here again. Hope that no one's here to pick you. No one's here to pick you. Everyone's respectful tonight. Very good to see. Good. Good. I don't need that anymore. Good. And then it's like a gate right here. Yeah. Unlock all. You done after this, Ruthless, or are you gonna keep tagging after you'll finish the JP? Okay, I was just making sure. I might have not been paying attention to that part. Anyway. Alright, so that's where we're done. I hope you enjoyed your guide to how to complete the Mistrat Vault jumping puzzle on Green BL Blue BL. Who is live right now and still streaming? Kyoshi's still streaming. Let's go pop over to Kyoshi and see what he's up to. Take me into my creator dashboard. Oh, I should do my socials first. Hold on. Before we go and look at another streamer, let's talk about me first. You want to see stuff I've done in the past? There's a VODs channel. You can check it out on YouTube. You want to hop in the Discord so you know exactly when I'm going live, with the caveat that I remember when I'm going live and ping? You should hop in the Discord. Every role in the Discord is opt-in. You will get no notifications that you don't actually sign up for getting. I have tried to make it as unintrusive as possible, because I'm in a lot of Discords and I want most of them to leave me alone. Our next stream is going to be on Friday. Normally I would do PvE on Thursdays. I am still working on finishing a draft of my dissertation. It's not going to happen. It's probably not going to happen for a couple weeks. Eventually we will get back to PvE Thursdays. It's just probably not going to be for the rest of this month. And then on Friday I will be commanding Reset. So I will see you guys around for that if you want to stop by. Otherwise, we're going to go pop into noted Berserker player Kyoshi's stream, and we're going to see what he's up to tonight. So let's go set that up, and I will see you guys around next time. In 5 seconds, I'll see you around next time. Anyway. 3, 2, 1. Catch you around on Friday. Take care. Have a good rest of your evening.